Okay, folks, welcome back to another fantastic edition of Opaleye Presents Know Your Pros. Today's guest, we have Anastasia Youngash of Rapworks. They are based out of Mission Viejo. They are Orange County's premier auto customization and vehicle wrap shop, doing commercial vehicle wraps, color change wraps, paint protection, window tints, ceramic coatings, you name it. At Rapworks, they say advertise, customize, and protect. Anastasia, it is a thrill to have you as a guest here on our show.
Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
We're stoked to have you too. I was, knocking myself in the forehead thinking about why we hadn't done this sooner. But I'm thrilled to get you on after we've had a chance to work out a few of the kinks with the show. You are an Opalite partner here with us. You've been a client of ours for a little while, but we're not here to talk about that today. We're here to talk about your business and how Rapworks got its start. You are partners with your husband, Chris, who I heard back in the day was a dude who liked to take a lot of risks, ride a few motorcycles. Is that a fair assumption?
Yes, it is. He did and still does love his wheel toys. That's for sure.
Well, so tell us like how Rapworks was born. You guys, it sounded like he kind of just slowed it down a little bit and went from the dirt into the garage. Can you give us a little
Yeah.
bit of that story?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Chris was, this was his baby a long time ago. I jumped on board, about a decade or more later, but he got his start. He's always been a car guy, mopar guy, loved muscle cars. So it was his big thing. Motorcycles, as you mentioned, motocross, race motocross for a while. He was doing that and had a big giant accident, crashed his brains out, broke both of his legs, his back, his neck. Realized at that time that he probably needed to slow it down just a little bit. Went from two wheels to four, really focusing on that kind of stuff. He had been in the sign industry, so he also knew about large print graphics, stuff like that. Decided, hey, I know that stuff. I love cars. It all sort of was kind of a natural progression. He opened up his company, Acme Vinyl Graphics, actually not far from here in Orange County, and did that for a while. And it morphed into what we're doing now, which is Rapworks.
Well, I think that's something that's important to point out about what Rapworks is today and what it came from with, Chris's travails, earlier on with his two-wheeled toys, as you kind of
Yeah.
say, is that, in the motorcycle business and especially with like motocross and racing and all the risks that, guys like that take, you can't not think of vinyl wraps when you think of those kinds of motorcycles. We talked before we started shooting about like, the numbers on everybody's bikes, like Travis Pastrana's 199 and all of the sponsors and different types of businesses that go onto those vehicles and the toys that haul those vehicles and the trucks that haul the trailers that haul the toys. There's endless spaces to
Endless.
to promote yourself, endless things to protect, and endless things to customize, right? To kind of wrap it all up here. So you guys, I said to you, are very core in the way that you come by that. You come by that very honestly. So my second question is always like, why this industry? But I don't even have to ask you guys that because it was born out of what you were already doing, right? I mean, you've got a little bit of that in you, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. You know, all of it's such a great way to advertise. It's such a great way to just to put your own stamp on something, even if it's not for business purposes or whatever. Obviously there's the commercial wrap, and we also do the color change or just fun graphics if you want just some cool flag or really it really is like the sky's the limit. Chris is a very good designer. He can also, whatever anybody comes in with their idea, hey, I want something like this, but I'm not really exactly sure where it would go. We can help out with all of that and just really get people exactly what they want, whether it's to advertise their business or to advertise who they are as a person, you know?
Right, right. Well, and you don't just do vehicles. I mean, you do like commercial vehicles, like for home service trucks or
Sure.
your personal vehicle, but you also do like, business front vinyl wrapping, and things like that. You told me that you've got like a 10-foot printer in this office, right? Like you have
Oh
everything
yeah.
all in the space. Yeah.
Yeah, yep. We've got a big facility. We are very, very careful about. That's why we like to do most of our stuff here on site. In terms of when we work with vehicles, obviously wall graphics and things like that are offsite. But for vehicles, our facility is temperature controlled. We can make sure that everything is as clean as we want it to be, as it needs to be to do the job properly. So yeah, we do have a very nice big facility where we can make sure that we're taking care of our customers
Right.
properly.
That's great. It's important to take care of the details when it comes to this sort of thing. And for you guys, you know, I feel like this is almost, a silly question to ask at this point because you guys are a family business. You're core as it comes. You've got, a history in these types of things. And I mean, you've got just a fantastic shop, but I want to let you be the one to answer this here, Anastasia. Like, what is it in your perspective or from your perspective that makes you guys unique, worth calling maybe over that other, tint shop, that other wrap shop, that other business that can provide vinyl, whatever? What is the Wrapworks difference to you?
It's we really, like we talked about before, when someone comes into our shop, we want them to feel like they're walking into our home. We want to get to know them. We want them to get to know us. It's a relationship. It's not just a customer, XYZ, whatever, not just a number type of a thing. Chris and we're very, very particular about uh, our work product, of course. Anything that we do, we know it's got our name on it. It's got to be done right. And people, they know that with us, it's a handmade thing, that doesn't often happen, but if there's ever any type of an issue, something is looking up here, give us a call. You're going to talk to one of us. You won't sit on the phone with customer service. You won't get some guy that's going to relay a message to some other guy, and then maybe you'll get a phone call back, or you have to sort of there's anxiety with are these guys going to really help me out here now that I'm having this issue or whatever. I think people know there's nothing like that at Wrapworks because you're dealing with me or with Chris or with both of us, and we care about every single customer, and we know them. They become friends, and that's our goal. Not just like a working thing, but like friends.
Right. Well, and I mean, like, it's personal, obviously, to you.
Yeah.
You're proud of your work. And when I look at your website, I mean, like, all that sticks out to me is that you guys are certified, you guys are warranted, you are experienced, and you do it all in-house. You're not, and I say this, because I know that there are those out there that are like this, but you're not some fly-by-night type of business that's,
No.
going to give you, something that's 75% there, 80% there. You guys might not have the industry plugins or technology to execute on a dream that a client might have. It's always worth it to come visit you guys.
Yeah, it is in the grand scheme of things. The the industry is, I mean, if you look at, like I said, large picture, the industry is not that old. So unfortunately, there's a lot of misinformation going around about wraps, about paint protection. It can be confusing. Um, what people, I think, like about our shop is we've been there, done that. We've been around. I mean, Chris has been wrapping cars since before it was cool. So there really isn't anything that we haven't seen, and we definitely know how to differentiate and explain the difference between the facts and fiction that might be flying around out
Right.
there.
The facts,
So
the conceptions, right? Yeah.
right, yeah,
Okay. And you guys are official members of the Paint is Dead
yes.
crew as well, right? So wrapping vehicles before it was cool, why paint it when you could just wrap it with Wrapworks?
Yeah, yeah. Chris is actually a board member. It's the largest network of installers in globally, actually, and they are very, very dedicated to making sure, to elevating this industry, to making sure that there are, just standards in place. Anybody can pick up a blade and cut some vinyl, but it takes a lot of skill and a lot of practice and experience. And we're all certified here. We take the job very seriously. So
Yeah.
we hope that our customers can feel that.
I definitely do. So with us being out of time here,
Yeah.
Anastasia, tell us where folks can get in touch with the Rapworks crew, how they can have a conversation with you, your husband Chris, or anybody else who's at the office there.
Yeah, just give us a call. I mean, we're always here at the office. Our website, is a great source of information. You can see some of the vehicles that we've done. Instagram is also a good way to check us out. Yelp, we're very proud of what our customers have had to say about us on Yelp. So that's another resource that you have. But honestly, like I said, it's me and Chris. One of us are going to answer the phone, and we'll be happy to answer any questions anybody has.
Nice. Yeah, folks, check out the Instagram they got going on. They got a wrapped Defender from a month or so ago on there that I just can't stop staring at. I think what they do is pretty fantastic. You get a great sense of who these guys are. They got 15,000 people following them over there. Why don't you make yourselves one of them? Of course, in case you are looking for any of this stuff, find it in the description of this video. Visit Anastasia and Chris at rapworks.com. But until next time, Anastasia, it has been a thrill and a pleasure to have you.
It's always so nice to talk to you, Henry. Thank you so much.
Now you're pros.